Live.
So, welcome everyone to Awesome Hardware episode 141, Side A. This is a live show that Paul and I like to do every single Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on twitch.tv/awesomehardware. We also like to split it up into two halves on YouTube. So this week, the first half is on my channel. We actually did a little switcheroo this week. We were supposed to be at my place, but things happened, and so we're at Paul's place again 2 weeks in a row. But that's cool. So after about an hour or so, we're gonna switch gears and go to Paul's channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, I'll put a link for that in the video description below, or you can go to youtube.com/paulshardware when this half is over. Also, this is a show where we don't only just talk about tech news and stuff, but we like to have a few drinks. So if you are of legal drinking age, feel free to drink along with us. It makes us more interesting. And we also sometimes swear. We also have potty mouths when things get crazy, and you know, it's always warranted.
Adult language warning.
But if you have little ones in the room, please hide them. You know,
this is kill them. I'm drinking miso honey blonde from Belching Beaver Brewery.
I see what they did there, which also kind of sounds like miso soup. Yeah. So it sounds very unappetizing at first.
Miso honey.
Yeah, me and so. Cool. I'm drinking the same thing for now. We'll be switching through different beers throughout the course of the night. Cheers to all of you. Thanks for joining.
Welcome, everyone.
We also sell stuff. We have stores. It's part of what we do to make a living, so if you'd like to support us there and also get some cool merchandise in exchange, you can go to bitwit.tech/store, where I'm now selling hoodies with it's a zipper hoodie. It's a zipper hoodie? Yeah, it's a zipper hoodie with the silver metallic logo. They're very nice. Just got a sample of it. Super comfy. And
is this
very affordable.
Is this the lightweight one?
It's a lighter weight one, yes.
Yeah,
so if you happen to be in, like, you know, somewhere where it's not deathly cold all the time, I know that's definitely not where we're at, but that might be a good option. $34, I think, is pretty good. Desk mats are doing really well.
Check it out.
Anything for the females. We got a Bitwit shirt for the girls, and a bunch of other stuff.
Also available in black.
Yep.
So yeah, there are several new items on both of our stores today.
Yes, Paul's is paulshardware.net.
Paulshardware.net for my store.
Anything new in particular? That looks new.
Yeah, so the metallic silver. I've just tried this. Yep. It's a little ostentatious, not gonna lie. It's your little people are gonna look at that and be like, wow, he's probably kind of full of himself.
What a douche.
But I tried it on and I kind of liked it. So
no, it's very subtle. It's not like glitter.
It's not like huge. Anyway,
it's not like sequins or some shit. It's very subtle.
I wore it in the video I got that I'm gonna post tomorrow. So also the
just like a beam of light from your chest.
Also got the lightweight hoodies over there. So check that out. Other stuff too: mugs, pint glasses. It's all real high quality stuff. Thanks to anyone who buys stuff and supports us.
Yeah.
And we'll shout out your name at the end of each half. Along with the Johnson. It's tradition.
Yep. So that is what we're working with for today.
Yep.
We can go ahead and dive into the news. That's your half. The docs all switched around today.
Yeah, we flipped it.
All right, so
flipped it.
I'm starting off with hot and heavy hardware.
Oh yeah.
Which is also going to serve as my tech news for the day, because there weren't a ton of really interesting articles, to be honest. And we'll talk about some of that interesting stuff on Paul's half. Basically, he stole all the good stories. So, but there's a lot of good hardware that's coming out soon or has already launched this week. So let's talk about some of that.
It's because I thought I was going to be first. I wanted to,
I know. And it's usually how it goes. When we change the format up, we just, it's pure chaos. We need some order in our lives.
Though.
We'll plow through.
Yep.
So first up, we have this article from Liliputing, which is about the Smack Z. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this right. It's either Smack or Smatch. I'm going to say Smack. Smack or Smack. Smack Z. It's a portable Linux gaming PC. So imagine like, Nintendo DS or I guess it would be closer to the GPD Win. Is that the name of it?
What?
GP thingy. The Windows one. What's it called? The one that we talked about like a week or so ago? GPD.
You think I remember what we talked about?
No, I know. Week? I don't remember even my own articles. GPD Win 2 was the handheld Windows gaming device for AAA gaming and stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So this is sort of like...
I do kind of remember that.
I guess a competitor to that. This one's apparently going to be a bit faster, so you'll have higher performance here because it's being powered by a V1000 series AMD Ryzen APU. Specifically, the model number is the V1605B, which we're all super familiar with and know the exact specs on that. But it is going to have 4 CPU cores, 8 threads, 2 gigahertz base clock frequency on the CPU, 3.6 gigahertz boost. It's actually not bad. And it is going to be rocking Vega 8 graphics. So 8. You'll have 8 GPU cores. Not exactly sure what the clock speed on that will be. Doubt you can do any overclocking. But this is going to be a full Linux-based system in the palm of your hands.
Should I?
Is there? Do you think?
Probably not. It's probably false.
False alarm.
I just want to stop him.
I mean, if you want to, I can hold down the fort here.
If I make a move right now, I can lock him out.
Kill Hero before he kills you. He's the predator. So it also features a 6-inch Full HD display. Don't know exactly the technology behind that panel or the refresh rate. I would imagine 60 hertz. Obviously, you don't have any like adaptive VSync or adaptive refresh rate there. It's also coming in 2 different models. You can get the Pro version with 8 gigs of DDR4 at 2133 and a 128 gig SSD, or you can get the basic model with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. Both of those, memory and storage, are both expandable regardless of which option you get. You can go up to 16 gigs. They take SODIMM, so laptop memory, and up to 256 gigs of NAND flash storage. So that's pretty cool. This was a very successful, it started off as a very successful Kickstarter campaign in 2016. So it's been, almost a couple of years now. So a lot of people were wondering if this was a scam, if it was actually too good to be true, if there was any real plans for the campaign managers of this project to follow through. And they just uploaded these pictures of hardware, so they're definitely working on the hardware, and they revealed a spec sheet. So looks like it's going to happen. So if any of you back that campaign, you should be pretty happy right about now. But we'll keep an eye on this.
Smock is a fun word to say.
It is very fun.
Smock.
Z, and Smock Z just makes it even funner.
Smock.
The battery life estimated around 5 hours while gaming, and fan noise should be similar to the Nintendo Switch, according to the CEO, which I'm not sure how loud the Nintendo Switch is. I'm not too familiar with it, but 31 decibels is what they're rating it at, because there is an actual CPU fan inside the unit, which is somewhat unique to handhelds, or somewhat uncommon on a lot of handheld devices. But obviously we're dealing with quite a bit more. Yeah, I'm hoping that too. Again, Nintendo Switch audible noises.
Perhaps it gives you like a nice gentle breeze over your hands as you play.
That would be good. That'd be multi-purposed. That's innovation right there.
I'm all for it.
So moving on to the H500P white mesh from Cooler Master. Obviously, we saw a lot of the Cooler Master got a lot of backlash with their initial H500P because it had a full acrylic front panel and the mesh on the sides was too far back, almost on the sides of the fan, not allowing it to intake enough fresh air, and we found almost 10-degree difference taking off that front panel alone. Gamers Nexus was a huge proponent of this.
I thought you were going to say asshole.
No, a huge dick.
He's just really a dick about it.
What kind of asshole gives full, unbiased reviews? That's what a dick. He definitely explored this scientifically and found that the front panel was hindering the amount of intake airflow that this case could do.
He brought the hammer down.
Hard-hitting
coverage.
And Cooler Master listened, apparently, with this meshified version. It's not a fractal case. But it does have 2 layers of mesh, the steel exterior mesh, and then there's like a finer mesh underneath it. That's the actual dust filter. So the external mesh is kind of just there for aesthetics. And then they have a finer mesh underneath that, maybe just like an inch beneath it,
it's
for
like
the actual filtration.
It's a double mesh. There's not really a picture of it here. But
yeah.
We got a chance to take a look at this at what
CES.
They were working on at CES,
right?
And it really seemed like the main problems that Steve and several other reviewers brought up, they seem to have addressed pretty well. So
yeah,
obviously it needs independent testing again and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one of the issues that I was lamenting over in my review of the case was the power supply installation. and how you couldn't install it from the rear. You had to actually pop off the power supply shroud, but that required you unscrewing like 8 different screws, and it was a huge pain in the ass, like the worst power supply installation for a high-end case at this price point I've ever seen. And they fixed it, so you can install it right from the rear now. So they made quite a few improvements over just the front panel area. Still get a nice tempered glass side panel, those gorgeous 200mm RGB fans, which now have white frames because it's all white and stuff. So
are you gonna take a look at this one?
I don't know. I feel like reading the article kind of already
Dibs
does it. By all means.
No, because I actually already just said okay for them to send one over earlier today. So
I'm actually
I will do a video on this at some point in the near future, I think.
I'm actually taking a look at one of their other cases. Do you remember the Trooper?
Oh yeah.
They have the SE version now that has tempered glass. I'm using it for my 10 gigabit Ethernet server.
Bastard.
And they just sent it to me. I wanted the Striker because I'm getting a Taichi motherboard. I was like, ooh, the black and white will match it. Yeah. They're like, we don't have the Strikers. They said, we have one sample in, but the color's off. It's prototype. We can't send it to you, or it can't be on video. I was like, fuck, send me the Trooper then, because more or less the same case. So
wait, the Trooper is the white one, right?
No, the Striker was the white one. The Striker was the white one that had like the white LEDs on the side with the hard drive cage.
Yeah.
That was the Striker, and then the Trooper was basically like a black version of it. Still had the 9 expansion, or the 9 5¼ inch bays at the front. They were kind of just, they were like yin and yang.
You probably know because you have more recent. I just
oh yeah,
I remember they had the CM Stormtrooper, and it was like, Stormtrooper, really? You're not going to get like sued by Lucasfilm over that? Like,
right.
Like, but I thought that meant the Stormtrooper was the white one, but that was.
I always felt the name should have been switched.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like that case because I'm a sucker for cases with handles on top.
Yes, exactly.
And it has active side intake cooling over the hard drive cages, which is nice if you're gonna do a stack of drives in there or something.
Yeah, it's a really cool case. And after they put the tempered glass, it's amazing. Like that case, I feel like those cases were ahead of their time because as soon as you put a tempered glass side panel on it, it just looks like a modern case.
Yeah. And
even the internal layouts are pretty smart back then, so we'll be checking that out. But because of that, circling back here, I probably won't take a look at the H500P white mesh anytime soon because I'm already sort of dealing with that Cooler Master case. But stay tuned on Paul's channel.
I will.
Because he will be getting a sample of that.
Cool.
So good stuff from Cooler Master. Moving on here, we've got some other cases, some budget-oriented cases from Colink, which I have never heard of.
Colink.
I think it's Colink.
Colink.
That's how you pronounce it, maybe. They're releasing some budget cases. Colink. This is from Overclocked 3D, by the way.
Colinky dink.
So thank you over there to those guys. It's a Colinky dink. What a Colinky dink.
What a Colinky dink.
That they're also making cases.
Sorry.
Nice. That's where we're at yet. That's where we're at right now. We're only on our second beer. So they have the Observatory and the Stronghold. 2 different cases, very similar though. They both are supporting up to EATX motherboards. They have a very similar internal layout. However, the exterior aesthetic is slightly different from case to case. The Observatory is a bit more rounded, has some softer features. The Stronghold has got some sharper rectangular features. You might also notice they've kind of borrowed
the Observatory. This is the Stronghold.
Yes, I think so. Well, actually, I don't know.
According to what you're saying, this is the only rounded corner I see, which is right here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then you're probably right. I missed that corner. Yeah, that's the observer. Exactly. Yep. Which kind of very much looks like the Corsair dust vent, doesn't it? The 570X.
Kind of does.
Right?
Kind of does.
At first, when I saw it, I was like, "Wait, they got the picture wrong."
That's a Colinky dink.
They're taking. And there we have it. And then we've come full circle.
I'm a child.
I feel like these cases are there if you want to pay very little for a premium looking exterior.
Oh, so they're pretty inexpensive.
63. Now this is all in Great British pounds. 63 Great British pounds for the Observatory. 36 Great British pounds for the Stronghold, so probably like $45 for that one, and maybe $80 for the Observatory, which is pretty damn cheap. I mean, if you can get a case for under $50 and it looks like that, great. The sacrifice Where they cut corners and how they make their margins is on the internal layout. So the internals are very much budget oriented.
Little sparse.
So you might have a hard time building in this thing. It probably won't be as smooth as something like, you know, a P400 Eclipse from Fantex for about the same
like
price.
they've got this space here. Is this just empty? Like, are there
Probably for radiators or
drive
something.
mounts here right there. Or anything? There's maybe some drive mounts down at the bottom.
Maybe behind the motherboard tray, but it doesn't look like there's a ton of room behind there. So cable management might be a little bit difficult, even though you do get a power supply. There's
certainly no rubber grommets to be seen.
Yeah, exactly. That's a surefire way you can tell. It's budget, but
first thing to go with the budget cases.
If you just care about the exterior, then this might be something to look into. Moving on, though, MSI is launching they have launched their Optics MPG series curved gaming monitors that I did get a chance to look at briefly at CES. I think I did a video on it, on one of them. Mm-hmm. We have the MPG 27C and the MPG 27CQ. So I'm just going to refer to them for now as the C and the CQ models. They're both 27-inch curved displays with a 1800R curved VA LED panel, 1 millisecond response time, 48 to 144 hertz refresh rate with adaptive sync. However, the C model is 1920 by 1080 and the CQ is Quad HD or 2560 by 1440.
This video is enthralling.
The 1440p model also has a higher maximum brightness at 400 nits compared to 250 on the C model.
That dude has to break into the laboratory to steal
the
monitor, because obviously this is where they got it.
Oh, look at that.
It was being developed in this government laboratory.
Oh.
MS actually built this robot.
They
artificial intelligence
collaborated with Boston Dynamics to make this trailer.
Broke into a laboratory to steal this monitor. Obviously, we wouldn't have this technology at this point in time. It was something only the government would have.
Yes, this video was actually leaked by what's his face?
Yeah. The monitor actually also has a mind of its own. Will move around on its own, as you can see there.
I can't think of his name.
I like that. Let's take another look at there. Monitor's just kind of stretching. Just be like,
stretching out.
Stretch.
Look at that RGB on the back.
Yeah, that's what it does.
So no one can see it.
You heard it here first, folks.
RGB of shame.
This monitor is amazing.
Snowden. I was thinking of Snowden. I was trying to say this video was leaked by Snowden himself.
How far down this little side path can I take us? All right, sorry. Please continue, Kyle.
Okay, so
ignore everything I said. It's all fake and wrong.
No, everything Paul said is true. You should all be terrified.
Okay.
So I guess the real wow factor here, apart from just being like another curved panel, is that it has Prism Sync illumination. So those 5 RGB LED zones that you see on the bottom bezel, those can be programmed. They're programmable within the SteelSeries engine software, so you can make them show you things like your ammunition in game, your health. You can even have a display or give you notifications for Discord.
I gotta give MSI credit for at least the demos that they had going on at CES. They were very quickly able to take you up. Maybe they had just done it enough times by the time I went there to see them. They were very quickly take you up to look at the monitor, get you into the game, and show you like, okay, you shoot here, and like one of these little bars you can set to count your headshots. You know, every time you get a headshot, one of the lights lights up, and if you get 10 or something like that, or to show ammunition or that kind of thing. It's one of those things where it's like I've seen attempts at doing that before on like with a keyboard, like you have RGB keyboards that can show lights on it and stuff, and I rarely see them actually used because it's like practically speaking, you're not looking down at the keyboard, so the chances of you actively seeing something down there as opposed to something that you could just pop up on the screen somewhere makes
it more gimmicky than usable.
With this, it's right below the screen, so it's a little bit more in your peripheral vision. So I could see someone using this. It's probably still going to be kind of a niche thing, but
I would imagine it actually getting the most use out of like MMOs, where you can program like cooldowns.
Okay.
Where you can program cooldowns or in-game timers, where timing's very important. FPS, I don't really see a huge need. I think it's more just the cool factor, and like that's nice to have. But I could see a lot of MMO players who are really serious, or RTS players perhaps, actually making really good use out of this. I'd like to get like a professional's, like a esports pros perspective on this. But the pricing here is 449 GBP. Again, everything's in Great British pounds because
it's a Hexus.net article. So
449 Great British pounds for the C model and 519
across
for the
the
CQ.
pond.
Yeah. So that's not bad. Maybe about 600 US for the 1440p model. I think that's doable. Weird thing though is that there's no FreeSync.
Damn it.
It has adaptive VSync, but it doesn't have actual FreeSync support. So I guess there's that. Not that we can really afford many video cards anyway right now. But let's move on. Energizer. Did you know Energizer makes smartphones, Paul?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And the battery life sucks.
Silly.
Everything else is great. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually the complete opposite. Again, this article is from Hexus. Energizer teased their PowerMax P16K Pro, which is a upscale smartphone fitted with a 16,000 milliamp battery. I didn't know that they could do that. I mean, is it as thick as like my arm? Like, how the hell do they do that?
It's probably super thick.
It also features but it says it features an ultra slim design despite having an enormous battery or an enormous capacity size battery. Ultra slim design. I mean, it can't be less than 10 millimeters.
Well, ultra is one of those
subjective,
easily quantifiable, adjectives can be added to anything, and immediately you're like, oh, obviously, ultra. I don't know. I blame like BMW, right? BMW, the ultimate driving machine. It's like it's like you take an adjective like that, and it's like BMW. If you really made the ultimate driving machine, then you would never have had to make more than one car.
That's true.
Ever.
That's
by
true.
definition.
Well, because not everyone can can afford the ultimate version.
That's right. So they got to make sub-ultimate.
Yeah, it's only ultimate in certain areas.
Which means,
it's not ultimate in price.
Which means they're lying to you because they're not fulfilling their promise of making because they said they only make one thing.
We didn't say it's all-encompassingly ultimate.
So
as a suboptimal price.
So
the ultimate car with the suboptimal price.
And I believe this Energizer phone will probably be the ultimate thickness.
Absolutely.
It'll be ultimate.
With the ultimate slim design.
Ultimate thick.
It does have a 6-inch. I accidentally put 6 foot, but no, it doesn't have a 6 foot full HD screen. It's 6 inches.
6 foot.
With 16 gigs of RAM. No wonder it needs a huge battery. 128 gigs of storage. No micro SD card slot or anything like that.
All right.
And it seems like it has a decent enough camera. USB-C, which is good. I like that.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, it sounds like they've done their homework.
We should be more positive because honestly, all the things in phones that I feel like it was one of the top things is always battery life. So any phone, even if it's a little thick,
true,
like battery life is more important to me. So so yay Energizer for championing battery life.
Apparently, this is gonna be able to go like 17 days on standby.
That's impressive.
I haven't charged my phone in weeks. Like, holy crap. So, pricing and availability to be determined, obviously, but it is coming. That's what she said. Let's move on to our next article from Overclocked 3D. This is the Asus GTX 1050 and 1050 Ti Cerberus models.
Cerberus.
Sorry. I can't spell.
Cerberus. Care Bears.
Cerberus.
I'm gonna call it Care Bears.
Sure. The Care Bear models, which have officially launched at this point, neither of which require any external power, which is great. So you can get all of your power straight from the PCIe slot. I believe it's up to 75 watts straight through your motherboard, which is great.
That is correct.
Designed for in-game iCafes is what the article says. That's interesting to me. I didn't realize that
in-game
manufacturers...
What?
No, for gaming
for use
iCafes.
In iCafes.
Like internet cafes.
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess, if you've got a bunch of 1080p screens, that's going to get the job done for most games, right? Tweak the settings a little bit. With a so every card here in the Cerberus lineup ships with a 144-hour burn-in test already completed for quality assurance Both of these cards, the 1050 and the 1050 Ti, are getting the same PCB and cooler. There's really no difference there, although the Ti model will ship with 4 gigs of VRAM, whereas you only get 2 on the non-Ti model. Monoblock aluminum heatsink, pretty much standard design with dual 80mm fans. They are smaller, so they might be a little bit noisier, but then again, it's a lower power card, so it's probably not going to get as hot, which means the fans don't have to spin up as much. It's probably going to be quiet, is what I would imagine. It does have a 3+1 phase VRM design with a couple outputs, including DVI-D, digital HDMI 2.0, and DisplayPort 1.4. Both of these models, non-Ti and Ti, will ship with a moderate factory overclock. You'll be able to push that further, of course, at your own will. And we've got some base and boost clocks on the Ti model of 1341 megahertz and 1455 respectively, and on the non-Ti 1404 and 1518. Both of them will ship with 7 gigahertz memory speeds. So the other question is, how much will these actually retail for? I think we're going to see a pretty hefty markup on these, just because we're already seeing that with existing 1050s and 1050 Ti's on the market.
We're probably looking at a sale price.
Yes.
Of 300.
Of 5,000.
300 for the 1050. 379.99 for the 1050 Ti.
You think it's gonna be that high?
No. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That seems pretty high, even for the current inflation and stuff.
I don't know. What are 1050s going for? Are they?
I feel like 1050s are
about
closer to
$100,
200.
around $200.
Yeah.
200 to 250.
Right, and 1050 Ti's maybe 250. I'm sure they probably get up to 300, but 250. And I think for me, because we've got a couple options now, as an APUs just hitting the store shelves, that maybe a 1050 or a 1050 Ti would be, would be a better option if you want to game at 1080p.
My goodness.
Sorry, this is very carbonated. The combination is doing its bidding. So I think the Ryzen APUs are great, but at the same time, if I was really struggling to build a gaming PC right now, I'd probably just go for a 1050 or a 1050 Ti. Bite the bullet, pay quite a bit more for it, but since it's such an entry-level card, its inflated price is still within the realm of affordability for most people, I feel. Where most people can fork out 150, 250 bucks, as opposed to like 800 or even like 500 for like a 1060. And you can still get some pretty decent 1080p gaming performance out of these cards, especially if you overclock and you have a decent CPU to pair it with. So I think this is sort of a good option right now. I think 1050s and 1050 Ti's are probably going to be selling pretty well within the next couple months until prices for GPUs go down overall. So that's all.
I don't know. I hate the idea of paying, 50 to 100% more.
Oh, me
on
too.
Top of the price.
Trust me, it's not ideal. I cringe just thinking about it, but at the same time, it also sucks if you're really into PC gaming and you're on a Nintendo DS. And that's like where you're getting your fix.
But I will say, for what it's worth, the APUs, the AMD APUs, provide a fairly passable 1080 gaming experience. And if you're willing to get by for now, and if you're a principled person where you're like, no, I don't want to pay all that extra money,
right?
And you can be just spiteful and be like, no, I'm obstinate and I'm going to hold out, then I think you can get by.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks. Anyway,
let's
next?
Move on.
What's next?
Let's move on to our next segment, which is Pit My PC. You guys have tweeted me your pictures, and we're gonna yell at you and tell you what you did wrong. It's super fun.
Computers are.
I don't know why you guys subject yourself to this
crappy
masochism week after week, but we enjoy it. We love it.
Dare you even pretend to know how to build a computer?
You're dumb. All right, our first subject is Proto Hype. Also, for the record, I see all of you guys donating in Super Chat. Thank you so much for your donations. We will be reading all the messages you attached to those donations at the end of this half of the show. So stop I mean, don't stop.
Briefly though, it's going to be brief. So if you ask us questions,
it'll be brief.
Make them like very short questions.
Yeah, don't ask us about our like entire life story.
Okay.
But thank you. All right, Proto Hype. NGXT S340 Elite in white, a Gigabyte 970A DS3P AM3 Plus motherboard, an FX 6300 with a stock cooler, an R7 260X 2GB GPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and he's got an 8 gig stick and a 4 gig stick. Wait, he's got 2 4 gig sticks and 2 2 gig sticks. Interesting. So he's got 12 gigs of RAM here.
That's fine.
Across 4 sticks, sure. Wireless card and of course RCX 550 power supply. All right, so the first rule of order is to, well.
All right, your stock cooler. I would expect a stock cooler on a 6300, especially if it's been in use for a while, to be a little on the noise generating and slightly annoying side.
Yeah.
I mean, they can vary. There was a pretty wide variance in the different fans and coolers that AMD had over the like AM3 and AM3 Plus and FM2 products they sold. So anyway, point is stock heatsink fan. So
yeah,
that kind of sucks.
I would say upgrade your platform.
Yeah, obviously we're looking at a system that's moving towards the more outdated side, so yeah, that's not the best. We've got the red LED clear fan, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the clear heels.
Yeah, clear heels.
We're calling that clear heels.
Clear red LED heels.
It's not. You know, if you want to be all flashy and out there and like, you know, like whatever, then you know, go for the clear plastic LED fan. But
yeah, I feel like you got to own it.
It's not the classiest.
I feel like if you're gonna use the clear LED fan, like your whole system has to revolve around that. You have to make it the theme, the heart and soul of your system. If you
own and embrace it, then yes. But I much prefer
or two.
I much prefer LED strips or just like there's fans that have LEDs that aren't necessarily the clear plastic. Anyway,
right.
You have a pretty solid case here. I mean, it's a nice looking case. Your power supply has decent looking black cabling. Your cable management could be improved upon a bit. You do have some gaps down here at the bottom, for instance, where you could reroute some of those cables just to make some of the runs a little bit shorter, and that kind of thing. But yeah, ultimately you're looking at probably a core system upgrade at some point, I would say.
And if you do upgrade, I would get because that looks like a thin ATX board. If you got a full-sized one, it would actually clean up your cables a little bit because you wouldn't have to stretch them as far across to get to those to get to that cutout.
I agree. All right, thank you, Proto Hype, for sending in your submission. Next is Rene Gosselin with a 4770K system, overclocked 4.2 gigahertz with an N520 cooler, a Z87 D3H motherboard from Gigabyte, 32 gigs of 1866 speed memory, 2 GTX 760s and SLI, 3 SSDs, 2 hard drives, 750 watt power supply, and it's a micro ATX build. So
wow.
My goodness.
There's a lot of shit in here for a micro ATX. For a micro ATX, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you could go for a full tower. You can go for a Cosmos with this much shit, which is great. You've managed to compact it all into this tiny space, and it looks like a very well-used and well-loved system, which is great. That being said, holy moly, there's a crow's nest in here. It's a total crow's nest with the power supply cables just sort of like looks like someone's entrails just gutted.
So
all kinds of shit.
All right, the first thing that's standing out to me, because functionally speaking, cable managements can be horrible, and you can still have a functional system. You have I'm seeing 3 sticks of RAM, right? Is there fourth there? I see
there's
3.
A fourth, but it's different.
So there's a 4th HyperX stick in there.
He's just a little different, Paul.
So 32 gig, 1866. All right.
Looks like a scene from Resident Evil.
So yeah. Oh, chat coming through there. All right. It looks like we got optical drive up here too. Is that 2 optical drives? Just man, like wow. I'm
There's just so much going on.
I have so much appreciation for the use of space in here.
Yeah.
That it's detracting from my ability to critique it.
Get a bigger case.
Yeah.
Get a bigger case, and what was the CPU? Oh, right. You have a great CPU.
It's a 4770K.
Ditch the graphics cards and get one.
Yeah.
Get one faster card. It'll clean up the cabling, and it'll clean up the aesthetics overall.
That's such a hard ask right now.
Power supply is great. Don't change it.
Power supply is fine.
Don't change your core platform. Just swap out your GPUs, dust it, and get a better case. Did you say what case this is?
I've never been one to recommend SLI for like the mid to low end range cards. Like SLI for anything that's like, I don't know. For me, it'd be like GTX 1080 level or above, maybe 1070s if that. Right. But like, I don't know, like the 60 level cards and that kind of thing. Anything that's like $300 and below, I feel like SLI is often kind of wasted. So I don't know. You probably get some decent boost from your 760s depending on the games that you're playing. So it's hard to say just ditch them right now. I would agree upgrade to a single better graphics card, and that would clean up things a lot and give you a lot more space. But yeah, a new case I think would
do you well.
Yeah, because obviously you have nowhere to put your excess cables, and
this is a really budget-looking case for the amount of hardware you have in here.
And then your cooler, which one is it?
It's a Cooler Master.
The N520 from Cooler Master. It's a weird little cooler. It's not that bad. Like it's better. It's definitely a decent step up from a stock heatsink fan. It's still just a little weird. It's like it's kind of offset. It's got two. Yeah. It's got two like 92 millimeter fans on it, I think. Right. So that's a little awkward to me as well. I don't know. I mean, you got some nice core components in there, especially your processor, your motherboard.
32 gigs of RAM.
Pretty solid in there. Nice so, anyway,
get a new case. Get a new case that has good cable management.
Thank you, Rene, and let us move on. to Tripili. Another FX 6300 based system at 3.5 gigahertz, GTX 1050 Ti, 8 gigs of DDR3 G-Skill memory, 1 terabyte hard drive, a 500 watt thermal take power supply, and some LED fans.
You know, if you have a 1050 Ti, I would say your FX 6300 is probably all right. You know, if you're happy with the performance that you're getting in game with the current config, then I wouldn't change it. Again, we're dealing with that blue LED clear fan.
The clear fan.
Which, you know, why not red? I mean, even if it's clear, why not red? Because you already have a bunch of red going on in your RAM. By the way, you should get another RAM stick. There's only one in there. And the red on your heat sinks, I think that would look nice.
All right, well, here, let me... Just to provide a counter here, and I know we've just been trashing the we've just been trashing the clear LED fans. This is not it's not the best for me, but it's not horrible because they're all matching. You got 3 matching blue LED fans, and red, white, and blue and black.
No, I hate patriotism.
Okay,
it's America.
I don't mind your color scheme. Your power supply is. You know, it's got some not that great of coloring on the cabling. You got the ketchup and mustard, of course, going on. It looks like you have a single stick of memory.
That's what I was saying. Maybe get another guy in there. Which is,
I mean, it's 8 gigs, so okay, but that you can do dual channel with that. So I don't know. You could upgrade to a second stick and get 16 gigs. I don't know.
It would look nicer too.
But then again, it's DDR3, so I wouldn't spend too much money on more DDR3 right now. Overall, given what you're working with, I feel like you have a pretty clean-looking build.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the various angles that you gave us with your pictures as well. So, yeah, it's hard to say too much as far as what you could do to improve the aesthetics here.
Cable management, I feel like, all right, so that rear blue fan, I feel like the cable for that is kind of just...
You're right.
Right on top of the heatsink.
You're right, Kyle.
That's one thing that I'm peeved by, or that I'm peeved by, is when cables are in front of the heatsink. The heatsinks are there for, like, functional purposes, and also they look nice. So if your cable's just sort of bunched up in front of it, it kind of ruins that effect.
I take back everything I said.
Paul's wrong.
This build is hideous.
So if you can maybe just tuck the cable between your heatsink, your VRM heatsink, and your CPU cooler, I think it would look cleaner in that general area. That's typically where your eyes are drawn to in a system is the CPU area. That would look a little cleaner. But overall,
I agree.
Overall, nice build.
Well spoken, Kyle.
Indeed.
Moving on is Evan.png. He said, hey guys, love the streams. We got a Ryzen 7 1700 at 3.8 gigahertz, an Asus B350 motherboard, a Corsair H115i Pro all-in-one liquid cooler, 2 terabyte hard drive, 120 gig SSD, an NZXT USB hub, GTX 1066 gig, which he got before the mining craze, thank goodness, and a Corsair Lightning Node Pro for RGBZs.
All
right, so cool. This is your cabling here has some sort of it's white, but it has sort of a silvery sheen to it.
It does, and you know it's
pleasing to the
definitely
eye.
not ketchup and mustard, and you've gone the extra mile to get some aftermarket cables here, but they're not super trained well. They're kind of
24 pins fine
wavy.
for me.
The 24 pin's fine.
Little kink going on there with the 8 pin there.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, I mean,
So I don't know.
it's
what
hard
you
to
do
say
about
exactly how you could fix that, but it is.
Yeah.
It does stand out as kind of a little weirdness. I find it interesting that you seem very proud of your USB hub.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was like, why would you show that up? Maybe there wasn't any room elsewhere.
I'm pretty sure there's other room for.
Or it was for convenience.
I don't know. It's interesting. It does seem like it's specifically routed out here to be like, look at all my USB 2.0.
Yeah.
That I'm
right. It doesn't
breaking
look
off of
that
this
good
thing.
to me. It's distracting in
Yeah.
a sense. It kind of ruins that clean aesthetic of that cable management
The
bar.
vertical bar there.
That is so, classic of those NZXT cases.
There are definitely certain products, like, you got your you got your SSD down here, and obviously there's no practical reason to like move the SSD right out there where it's visually it can be seen there. But that's a prestige position there.
Yeah.
That's where it's like, hey, look at this nice.
I'm forcing
fast
you.
SSD,
I'm forcing you to look. Look at it. Look.
USB 2.0 hub. I feel like there's less of a like, right?
Yeah, no. There's nothing sexy about a USB hub.
So that
nothing sexy.
That I might consider.
SSDs, sure.
Might consider repositioning that elsewhere in the case where it's less visual. Other than that, everything is looking pretty clean. I mean, you got a nice color scheme going on, due to the fact that it is primarily black and white. The few other accent colors, like the bit of orange and copper on your graphics card, they're not clashing too much or anything like that. So
right.
But really nice little build there.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Well done.
So
thank you very much, Evan.
Very nice PC.
Next up, we've got Coalition Gaming with a Xeon X5650 6-core at 4 gigahertz, 8 gigs of RAM, a Radeon 7970 gigahertz edition with big stupid cooler that has 140 millimeter fans glued on and is supported by Legos.
Oh, nice.
EVGA 600 watt power supply, CM liquid light 240 AIO. Better pick of big dumb cooler also attached. Thank you very much for that specific explanation, Coalition. So that's what we're looking at here.
Oh, that's a substantial cooler there.
Interesting. I wonder what kind of temps you're getting on that, to be honest. I'm very curious.
Okay, wow. All right.
That's huge. So that's not the stock heatsink on it, is it?
No. It's very much not so. I don't know who makes that cooler.
So that's aftermarket, just that heatsink.
That is an aftermarket
that you can put on select
GPU cooler.
Okay.
That was but I don't know I'm wondering if it's the same company. There was a company, I feel like they were based in Europe.
Yeah.
They made this passive CPU air cooler.
For your GPU?
No, it was for the CPU, but it was just huge. It's basically like you get a full-size ATX case and you stick this thing on, and it's basically just
fills
like
up the whole
a block and a bunch of heat pipes going off of it, and then just like all these finned radiators that like takes up most of your case.
It wasn't the Macho Zero, was it?
I don't know.
How big was it?
No.
Wasn't this fucking thing?
No. I'm talking.
Okay.
It had multiple, like
multiple towers,
multiple of those, like
right.
suspended in the case.
Okay.
I don't think it's Prolema.
Silverstone, maybe. No, they didn't make one, did they?
It's not the CR95 because I've worked with the CR95. I'm sure I'll think of it at some point.
It's not this, right? Not that.
No. This is. Dang it. I wish I had a better memory sometimes. Anyway,
you suck,
the reason
Paul.
I bring that up is is because this thing made for this GPU reminds me of it. But yeah, he's got two 240 millimeter fans attached to the bottom of that thing. So that's pretty cool. I hope it's overclocked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right? I would hope so.
All right.
Beefy cooling.
Standing out most to me here is, other than that cooler, and see, and then when it's on, like I like this picture. I like this in-use picture because, again, here, I feel like we've gone on a journey when it comes to the clear LED fans here, because clear blue LED fans, and yet with the system on there, they
stand out very nicely.
That's obviously kind of the focal point of the system, right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of working for me.
That's true. Yeah, I like that. I want to know what the name of that freaking heatsink is.
It's a 7970 with one of the blue, the turquoise PCBs. So you're kind of owning that at the same time, a little bit, I guess. All right. So other than that, what do we have to say? You got solid cable management going on. I don't see anything standing out.
Ketchup and mustard.
The ketchup and mustard, obviously. It's routed well, but it stands out color-wise. So maybe a little cable extension there couldn't hurt, or something for the.
My OCD is a little triggered
card.
by the CPU cooler cold plate or the water block, just that it's sideways.
Rotated.
Yeah.
But like.
I get that.
You could rotate that 90 degrees. It would give a little more slack in the
it would
tubing
make more
there.
of a U shape.
All right, so yeah,
Which I think is fine.
that's probably something you could do, and it's not going to droop down enough to encounter your graphics card or anything. So maybe consider a 45-degree rotation counterclockwise of your CPU cooler.
And I also wonder why the rear exhaust fan is set to intake, and I'm wondering if there's a dust filter for that.
I wonder that too, Kyle.
Yeah, it keeps me up at night.
I wonder that too. There does appear to be another LED strip down here at the bottom, providing a little more accent lighting.
Yeah.
It's across in there. Anyway.
It's a nice system, though.
Yeah, Coalition
It's
Gaming.
very unique.
And it's
Very
a
much your
unique
own.
setup too with the Xeon, the 6-core Xeon there too. So
Yeah.
thanks for
Coalition.
sending that over.
Last but not least, we have an honorable mention for tonight. This is from a 4 a.m. fellow. And he sent in his picture of a Ryzen 5 1600 system with an Asus ROG B350 motherboard and an EVGA GTX 1070 Superclock Edition inside of the... What case is this?
I don't know. I don't recognize this
That
panel here.
Panel either.
Seasonic 520? No, that's power
That's the
supply.
power supply.
What?
What case is this, chat?
Corsair 270?
Is that what it is? Maybe you're right.
270R.
Okay. 270R Corsair case
Yep, that's
Corsair
it. Corsair
270R.
270R.
Okay.
Carbide.
For some reason I love this system just because it kind of disappears. Like it looks so insanely clean, but the components aren't incredibly high end or anything. Also, I love the carbon fiber that you put on your CryoRig H5. I think that just looks super sick.
Yep.
I'm not a huge carbon fiber fan, to be honest. I don't hate it, but I'm not oh my god, I'm so stimulated.
But when it's done tastefully.
When it's done tastefully, like in this case, which is very rare in my opinion, some people just tend to plaster it on everything. Oh, it's carbon fiber, it automatically makes it look good. No. This looks really good.
Like if you had
really
taken
good.
that and put it on the power supply shroud and on the panel at the back,
right.
that would have been overdone.
Right.
Here,
there's a fine line.
Here it's just a bit of an accent.
Carbon fiber walks a very fine line between tasteful and tacky. And I think you nailed it here, Mr. Sir. Just the fact it just looks so. It looks dark. It looks dark and moody. There's something about it that looks so moody to me. Like it has a personality. for some reason. Like, it has a soul.
It's a
I don't know.
Decent photo too. I mean,
very good photo. That helps too. Lighting and stuff. The cable management, like those cable. And I like the fact also, guys, take notes. I'll take some for myself. That the only cables you really see are the 24-pin and your GPU.
Oh look.
And I think that's like a good sign.
It's a cryo rig cooler. Did we already say that?
Yes, H5.
He did follow up pictures. So here it is. Yep. He also did the before and after. Like, wow. Anyone who's got the stock AMD heatsink fan and is really considering an upgrade and like a
this is
before
your motivation.
And after, it is a solid before and after upgrade look.
Yeah.
At that.
Oh, big time.
Wow, that's just so much more beastly.
I also love those Noctua fans that you put at the front. Just that tad of like, you know, kind of grayish silver. Those are the Redux series fans, I believe, which I used recently in February's PC of the month, which you guys will be seeing soon. Those are really, really nice, extremely quiet, high quality fans. Obviously, Noctua, that just, I don't know, everything matches. But those, I feel like that complements your memory. Like your RAM is kind of silvery. Those heat sinks. By the way, what kit is that?
Team.
Matches the fans perfectly. I like everything just meshes together very well here. So kudos to you, sir.
Well done. All right.
GG.
What's next?
Moving on to Face Off. Paul and I are going head to head in a crappy online 2-player game. The loser has to do something stupid. Stupider than they usually do.
What?
Something stupider than they would usually do. So
we've gotten to that point.
We were at that point
in the
now.
Show already.
Holy crap. Oh wow. Okay, cool.
I've got to enable Adobe Flash Player. I feel this is dangerous.
Whoa. All right.
Better grab that keyboard. Yes, if we're doing this.
We're using the Face Off keyboard here.
God, I feel like I'm coerced or something.
Yes, you have. You don't want to know what kind of punishment I have lined up for us today, Paul.
I read.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you skipped ahead.
It was red. It was listed right there.
Wow.
What am I supposed to do?
Cheating. He's cheating.
Cheating, obviously.
Can't trust him.
Okay.
So we're playing. We're actually bringing back the Tank Trouble. This was a recommendation from someone in chat. This is a fun game because you can easily commit suicide. I'm not saying suicide's fun, but you can easily turn the game on yourself if you're not strategic enough. So you have arrow keys and M is to shoot. I have WASD and Q is to shoot.
Just gonna go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shoot yourself. You can lose however you like. So we have ricochet. Remember, ricocheting.
I am green.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not moving.
What? It's because you're driving into the wall.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh.
What?
Wait, no, hold on. I don't know how to move forward. Oh wait, E. Oh, okay, I'm good. Oh no. Oh no, go away, balls. Paul, I don't want your balls right now.
Stay away. They're chasing me.
Oh, they're making funny noises too. How did you? Oh my god, they just went around you.
I dodged.
Oh my god. No, you didn't do anything. You just stood there.
What is this?
Okay, so what are we playing to? You want to play to first to 3?
Probably.
Okay. First player to 3. Why not?
That's 3 of 5. Okay.
No! Get your balls away from me.
I'm so scared.
Get your damn balls away from me! Oh my god! Oh my god! There's no way this is happening.
I love when I do nothing and somehow win.
You're so good at this, unknowingly, like
it's just
for no reason.
You just have to kind of trust. There it's.
And they're coming back to me. I'm just hauling ass over here. Oh no! Ah! I'm scared. I'm so scared. Someone hold me.
All right.
Still
not sure what this.
So I'm red, by the way, guys. I'm red. If you couldn't tell. Oh shit! No!
It's kind of fun.
Come on. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, what did I do? I got some thing.
Run away.
Wait,
Whoa.
what did that do?
Oh, how did I die?
How did I do that?
I wasn't
I laid a bomb. I had a bomb thingy.
Wow.
That was cool.
It's very...
Die, Paul, die.
Yes!
Oh my god, we have a tie game, people!
Why did I do that?
All right,
That's
next
horrible.
point. Oh! No! Oh my god! Okay,
yeah.
alright, I lose. Paul wins.
That was very...
Oh,
I think
it was so...
I feel bad about that last one, but...
No, yeah, that was terrible.
It was good.
That was a cheap shot, man. Cheap shot. Low blow, sir.
You gotta take advantage of the...
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
Badong.
sorry, headphone users, rest in peace, all that stuff. But, that was super fun.
Do I need to turn your compressor up more?
I think I'm good now. I think the worst is behind us. But the punishment that I have for today is that Paul will read me I've actually concocted my own sort of like Mad Libs paragraph.
Okay.
You're gonna ask me what certain adjectives and verbs and like blank fill in the blank things that I need to answer.
Okay.
And then you're gonna make me tweet the end result to a random YouTuber.
All right.
All right. So
what do I... How... Okay.
So you can see it in the show doc. You have to ask me, and you have to also write down what are the which words that I choose. So you have to document this. And I'll try to forget exactly what my Mad Libs paragraph was. I actually kind of don't remember it all that well.
Well, good. That's good. You didn't plan ahead.
So I'll just have to. I'll answer it first
Where
thing.
in the show doc is it?
It's in the face-off section. No. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Oh, here we go.
Liar.
Okay. I'm gonna paste it in right.
Okay.
Now, okay. So remember, you fill in the blanks. So you have to write down everything I say.
Okay. So I will write down.
And I'll just come up with the first thing. I'll say the first thing that pops in my head.
We're not letting chat do this.
Oh, you want to do that? Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, that would make more sense.
That makes more sense since I already know it.
You already know it.
Okay, fine. All right.
So chat, we need a pet name.
A pet name.
A pet name.
First person to put in a pet name.
Speaking of pet names, the dogs are
crying.
They're getting upset that they've been separated from us.
And then also we need a verb ending in ing.
I like Sparky. We're gonna go with Sparky.
Sparky. All right. We also need a verb ending in ing.
Verb ending in ing. After the verb ending in ing, we will need a body part.
Yes.
I'm trying to go ahead just a little bit so we can...
we see fingering. I think fingering was the first.
Fingering, all right. After the body part, we're going to need a liquid.
Liquid.
Right. So fingering, liquid... what's a body part?
Arm, foot, elbow. Arm was the first one, I think.
That's stupid.
Okay, let's... Here, hold on.
I saw ankle.
Thigh?
Thigh.
Do thigh.
Right. Thigh, I mean, it's reasonable.
So we need a liquid, and then after a liquid, we need an adjective.
Adjective, of course, always important.
Liquid. Let's see. What liquids have you guys come up with? There's beer, vodka, piss, gasoline.
Is that Primo Chill View?
Primo Chill View. Do Primo Chill View. Is that one of them?
Yeah.
That's genius.
I saw someone say Primo Chill.
That's so genius. Yeah, Primo Chill View. So after the adjective, we'll need a verb past tense. Give us a verb past tense.
Indeed.
So right now we need a adjective. What's the adjective?
I see.
Spewing. Humping.
Are those adjective-y enough? I mean,
let's see.
The first one I saw was edgy.
Edgy? Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Or fizzy.
Or fizzy.
I think fizzy. I like fizzy.
Okay.
I know we're probably breaking the ad libs rules here, but
That's okay.
Fizzy works.
All right, verb past tense. We have fucked.
After verb
Roasted.
past tense, we need a family member,
Roasted, ducked.
a plural noun,
Yes.
and a pet name. Those are the last ones. Family member, plural noun, pet name. All right, so verb past tense. Carrested? What is that? Gargled.
Gargled.
I see gargled.
All right, gargled.
Gargled. Thank
Family
you for
member. Aunt.
What?
We have aunt.
Couple
Granny. Granny. All right, do Granny. Do Granny.
This is horrible.
Oh my god.
Plural noun. Plural noun.
Plural noun
is gotta be. I'm not seeing any plural.
Plural noun.
Everyone seems stuck on the family member.
Plural noun, people. We're moving on. Doggies. Utes.
What?
Utes.
Chaps. I see.
Chaps. Fires. Hot dogs.
Melons.
Eggs. Watermelons.
Melons.
And then we need one more
go
pet name.
melons.
One more pet name. All right, we'll do melons. One more pet name, people.
This is
One
gonna be
more.
awesome.
Pet name.
All right.
One more pet name.
What are we doing? Speaking of pet name, what are we doing after this?
We're done.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Bandit.
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
Boo Boo what?
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
That's a
Bucko.
that's a classic.
Monty. Rufus. Doggo. Slut.
I kind of like Bandit. Or were you going for slut? I mean, I don't know what your pet names typically. I don't know what the theme is usually.
Some of these are ridiculous.
Bilbo Baggins.
Okay, what's the one that you saw?
I forget. What was it?
Bandit.
Bandit. Of course.
All right. Do Bandit.
Bandit.
Okay. That's it. All locked in. Stop all your suggestions now before we break the internet.
All right, I'll read the Mad Lib.
Read the monster we've created.
And then you're gonna have
and then
to
I'll tweet it out to
who?
We'll get to that when we cross it when we get
Hey Sparky, just want to apologize for fingering your thigh last night. After my 5th shot of Primo Chill View, I devolved into a fizzy state and lost all control. I may have also gargled your granny at some point. which explains why you're out of melons. Love your bandit. As gargled.
Oh my!
Gargled
God.
your granny. That's horrible. That's awful.
And somehow melons were involved.
Yeah, well, that's obviously.
Oh my God! Okay.
One explains the other.
Now
that's just what Primo Chill. That's what do it. That's why you shouldn't do shots of Primo Chill View.
bad things happen.
See?
It's like the new Four Loko.
That's why you watch Awesome Hardware is to learn this.
So here's how we're gonna choose. I've actually come up with a list of 10 different YouTubers or whatever tech people that we're familiar with. Yes, I put.
We're literally spending more time on the punishment than we did playing the game.
This is almost over.
No, but this is good.
It's worth it. Trust me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna choose a number 1 through 10, and then you're gonna choose a number 1 through 10.
Okay.
And we're gonna add those two numbers together, and then that'll tell us who our person is.
Okay.
Once it goes past 10, it goes back to 1.
Okay.
So if my number's 10 and yours is 2, then we're gonna choose whoever's the number 2 list.
I see. This
right?
makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you pick a number 1 through 10 in your head. I'll pick one. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Say the number at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
9.
8. So 8.
That's 17.
Plus 9. 17. So number 7.
Number 7.
Who's number 7?
That's
Greg.
That's Mr. Salazar.
Greg from Salazar Studio.
If you guys are wondering,
all right.
Potential alternatives were Luke, Linus, Wendell, Jay, Dimitri, Austin, Evans, Random Frank, P, Joker, and Jerry.
Pretty comprehensive list.
All right, so
we're going with Greg. All right.
Kyle's gonna tweet Greg right now.
Doing this. Why don't you, while I craft up the tweet?
Isn't he engaged now? Isn't that gonna be? What if I
ruin their entire engagement?
Probably will.
Oh my god, this is gonna be glorious. But he has a sense of Greg has a sense of humor. He'll be like, "Nah, dude, that was great. That was great. How you ruined my life though? Like that was good. That was really good.
Super awesome." All right.
So good.
In the meantime, while Kyle cues that up, we have a couple other things to go over real quick. So we're gonna start going down donation comments. Guys, we still haven't come up with a solution for donation comments and making things shorter, but we're gonna try to run through these really quickly. We know they sometimes take a lot of time. So if you have been making donations, we very much appreciate it, but we're also would be super appreciative if you keep your questions or comments very simple for us, I guess.
What's your favorite color?
For the time being.
Perfect.
Okay. First off, average bill, $5 donation says, never fart in the shower unless you're showering with a significant other. In that case, let it rip.
No.
Good advice, average bill. Pup Shepherd with the $10 donation. I would love to set up lights and fans in my room that can interact with games to simulate the in-game environment. Perhaps a vibrator that can shake the floor or chair. Mail time.
Okay.
Pup. I wish you luck in your endeavor, Pup. Guido Salducci. $5 donation. Guys, pimp my goddamn PC for the love of God. Pimp it. Pimp it! Also take my 5-bit want.
Cool.
We didn't do Guido Salducci's
I guess not.
Today, Kyle.
I guess not.
I blame Kyle.
Sorry.
Forrest Smith with the $10 donation. Really appreciate you, Kyle and Paul. Thank you, Forrest. We appreciate you too. Finished my first build this month. Tweeted Pimp My PC from at his Twitter handle. Thanks for all the helpful videos and tips. Cheers to you both. Thank you, Forrest. And we appreciate everyone who sends in their pictures for Pimp My PC. Kyle has some arbitrary way of deciding on it, and I don't know. I'm not privy to it. So that allows me to diffuse, to deflect any.
Wow, way to put it all on me. Cool, Paul.
It is though. I've chosen Pimp My PC once. That was the time you weren't here and Jay was instead. We did Pimp My PC in your honor. Don't
act like you have nothing to do with this segment.
We did Pimp My PC in your honor.
Other than being there.
And you never said thank you. So we were like.
And our relationship has never been the same.
No, actually, that was so long ago. I don't even.
It was.
All right, let's move on.
Right.
Thank you, Forrest Smith. Street Vulture 717 $5 donation. How do you overclock memory and plug in timings? Because mine's at 3066 with Ryzen, and GPU prices on NVIDIA website are at MSRP. Maybe an MSRP, maybe not in stock. Hard to tell you exactly. That's a difficult question to answer right here. But plugging in XMP timings is often the simplest way. So if your motherboard has a list of memory that they have approved that works, usually they'll tell you whether the XMP timings worked. If you get that memory and plug it into your motherboard and just set the XMP settings, it should work. And that's the simplest way to do it. Beyond that, we don't have time. Andrew Schweier, $10 Canadian. Hey guys, I seemed to confuse you two last week. I'm planning to build a NAS HD PC that can handle 4K and VR and Silverstone CS381 when it comes out. Was wondering if 8700K would be OP. Yes, it would, but go for it anyway. What?
Sending the tweet to Greg.
Oh, Kyle's tweeting.
Here we go. It even looks sketchier. It looks even sketchier because it was actually over the limit. The character limit. So I had to use, instead of your, I had to do you are. And it looks super ghetto, so he's gonna be even more confused because it's not usually how I tweet.
What have we done? What have we done?
Guys, go check out that tweet and reply to it and blow that shit up. Retweet the hell out of it.
Jason Christoph, $19.99. Do you believe new cards will be out next month or soon? We're gonna talk a little bit about some rumors about that on my half of the show. I don't know, and I am. When I don't know and when I don't have a good inclination, I don't want to give people false hope. So I would say probably not. I'm not expecting it. But, who knows? Hopper Dropper, $5 donation says, woo!
Woo!
Lex Avellino with a $50 freaking donation. Thank you so much. I'm a photographer new to gaming. Just put together a new build. Love your feedback. And he tweeted in with his Twitter handle. I tried to make a productivity gaming combo. Really think it's missing something and wants thoughts.
Kyle, that's your responsibility. Look you up right now.
Kyle's looking it up. He's gonna reply to your tweet. El Jefe Reviews, $5 donation. Sup guys? What do you think of Jason's Bite My Bits interview video? Did you watch that?
No, I did not.
I didn't watch that. Sorry. I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. We're busy. We don't watch anything.
I'm sorry. But El Jefe, thank you for the donation.
We love you, Jefe. Thank you.
Hopefully, if we let you down enough, you'll stop. that's our.
Eventually, everyone we love gives up on it.
Exactly. Michael O with $5 donation. Better performance with RAM upgrade: 4 to 8 gig sticks or 2 16 gig sticks. I would go with 2 16 gig sticks because it would provide capacity. Assuming you have 4 DIMM slots, that would leave you space for future upgrades. Performance-wise, assuming you're talking about dual channel in both situations, you're not going to see a significant difference from 2 or 4 sticks. Thank you, though, Michael. Super Juice 113. $10 donation. I missed the cutoff for Pimp My PC. Still tweeted to Kyle anyway, because I'm a damn child like that.
Heyo.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for tweeting. Kyle will respond.
I love children.
Kyle's gonna reply right now.
Totally. Totes, man.
Shut
up, Paul. Stop making promises on behalf of me.
Stuff for Kyle.
All right, we got some Johnsons really quick.
Thank you, everyone, for your donations.
Johnsons.
And let's see who bought stuff from us really quick before we move over to my half.
It's 27th today? Yes. Okay.
All right, first off, Stephen W. from Washington. Johnson to you for the metallic thermoscrew shirt.
Ayo.
Flying off the shelves.
Nikola Tesla? No. But Nikola T for picking up a CPU cooler in dark gray. Thank you.
Bill S. from Michigan for the pub glass. Thank you for your patronage.
Johnson to Steven. I think that's a double Johnson.
Double Johnson.
He clearly is a fan of metallic silver. He got a Bitwit metallic silver logo t-shirt. Oh, the hoodie. Sweet.
Nice.
Man,
people like the shiny.
Nice.
Scott from Florida. The thumbscrew decal as well as the metallic silver t-shirt again.
That metallic shit?
I was not aware that
there was such a high demand.
That the shiny was in such high demand. Yeah.
Bill for picking up a Beware of Bottlenecks t-shirt. Thank you, Johnson, to you.
Nathan V from Michigan as well. Also the thumbscrew metallic silver lightweight hoodie.
So much silver!
My goodness, as well as the 15-ounce mugs.
Silver is trending.
Thank you very much, Nathan.
Thank you very much, Forrest, picking up a Beware of Bottleneck shirt and a CPU cooler shirt. Johnson's all around. And one more for John J. Buds. That's his real name. CPU cooler shirt. Thank you very much, sir.
Kevin D. from Washington got the mouse pad.
Kevin D.
Thumbscrew mouse pad. Thank you, Kevin. Johnson.
Kevin D.
Matthew W. from Georgia got the heavy metal gray thumbscrew shirt and the desk mat as well with the thumbscrew logo on it. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
And Johnson for you. Nick S. from Ohio got the keycap.
Keycap.
Good old thumbscrew keycap. Wear it proudly, or have your keyboard wear it proudly.
Keyboard prayer, yeah.
Tyler S. from Ohio got the gaming desk mat and a pub glass. And finally, Reese, I believe Reese is that's pronounced. Reese T.
Reese
from oh my gosh, Australia. Good day, and
them shipping costs.
Yeah, I thank you for.
May God be with you.
Thank you for supplying the shipping costs for that. Actually, it's not terrible. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not horrible. Okay. But thank you so much for your support. You got the mouse pad and desk mat set as well as the white logo Triblend t-shirt.
Good night,
Beautiful.
mates. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for buying stuff and being awesome fans. Don't go anywhere, though, because part 2, side B, is right around the corner. Actually, in a couple minutes, we'll be streaming to Paul's channel, youtube.com/Paul's Hardware. Again, follow the link for that in the video description. If you'd like to toss a like on my video, that'd be awesome. If you'd like to do timestamps, that would be extra super cool.
We love timestamps.
And we love you. We'll be right back.
Thanks, everybody.
Toodles.
Hitting.
Toodaloo.
Okay.